So do you know what instrument John is playing? Yeah, what is it? Exactly, a banjo. Tell them a little bit about the banjo.
The banjo is only a baby in Irish music, younger than you even, in Irish music terms. When you think that the music has been played for maybe 300 years on instruments like the violin or fiddle, whichever we want to call it, uilleann pipes and the harp. I've seen a couple of harps backstage there. But this is only a baby, and it probably first seen light of day when Irish musicians came to America in the 1920s, and they started seeing the instruments that people were playing here and jazz bands and American popular music of the day. And at that time there was no microphones. So the banjo was a very useful instrument to be heard. It's quite loud. So it was a very popular instrument in the bands, and originally, of course, coming over from Africa and up through the south, people played the banjo. I remember being told that at the beginning of the last century, it was only then that frets came on the banjo. These are frets, by the way, these little bars of metal, which make it a lot easier for us to be accurate, but I was told at the time it was absolutely frowned upon that frets were on the banjo, and it would be akin to putting frets on the violin today. It would be outrage, but I'm glad they're on it because it makes us a little bit more accurate. So yeah, it's a new instrument in Irish music.
We're going to play two Irish tunes that are very well known over there. The first one's called The Morning Star, and the second one is called The Pigeon on the Gate. And both John and I learned these tunes as children, and we just we thought of them the other day and thought it'd be nice to play them. So here we go. is a really important part of playing the fiddle, was made by my brother. I have a brother who makes these, and I'm very lucky, because he's one of the best makers in the world. So he gave me a present of this about 10 years ago, my 50th birthday present. And funnily enough, John has a bow made by my brother too.
I got this for Christmas, just before Christmas. This bow arrived at the post, and we've been having great fun together ever since. I just picked this violin up in a local junk shop, or antique shop. I just happened to see it in the window. But my banjo here was made in America, so it's back home now, even though it lives in Ireland. It was made in Colorado by a maker called Ohm. So, you know, it feels very much at home here in America. Yeah. Another 40 onto that from my side, and between the two of us, we have a lot of years playing violins.
Nearly 100 years worth of playing.
Yeah, nearly 100 years worth of playing up here. No wonder we look tired.
It's hair. It's hair from a horse. And the other bit is wood. It's a special wood from Brazil called Pernambuco. It only grows in Brazil. And when you loosen the bow, see, it's held together with this screw, but when you take the screw out, you can see that it's made of hair. And that hair comes from a horse's tails. And for some reason it works really well. I don't know who thought of it first. But when you get the hair first though, when it's new, it doesn't work. You rub it on the strings and nothing happens. So we have to put what we call rosin on the string. It's a fine dust. You might see gymnasts rub it on their hands. It's like a white powder. They rub it on their hands before they get onto the trapeze and do the different exercises. It just makes their hands a little bit sticky, a little bit firmer grip, so it won't slip. And that's what happens with the hair on the bow. You put the rosin on the hair, and then when you rub it across the wire with the string, you get a sound because the friction the friction causes the string to vibrate, and that's how you get the noise out of the fiddle.